Probably gonna go up like this a little bit.
Yeah.
That,
Good. Good.
huh?
And then
Can you read my shirt right?
Whalen Park
Huh?
or Whale of a Time.
So it's not backward. That's what I want.
It's okay. And then I just need your phone set up, and I'll get a copy.
Oh,
And you're live.
I'm already on.
Yeah.
Live. Time with Big Ed. What's going on there, buddy? I got one person watching, which is that's me. One person watching, which is I'm gonna turn this down. She's gonna be able to oh, what's up, Janet? Daryl! Shout out to my boy. Yep. It's good. You can read that, right? Yeah, I turned it down. Yep. Yep. So we're just gonna wait, let a few people bounce on here. Hey Teresa. Welcome. Welcome everybody. Pretty sure I got a little cup of coffee coming. While we're waiting, let me show you this. This is a little painting I did for Mama way back in the day. This one here was 1998. So like 29. Yeah, 1998. I used to sign them on the back, art by Ed. Like kind of Hallmark, So it's that. I don't know if you can see that. Trying to move it over a little bit. I don't know if I went the right way.
Oh, it's perfect.
So
Hi, Janet. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Janet.
Did a little something on the inside, a little private memo to Mama.
Janet said that's very nice.
Thank you, Janet.
You said Daryl was on too. Hi, buddy.
Yeah. Said hi to them guys. Why do guys always do that? Every time they take a sip of coffee, it's like, I don't know. It's like a breath of fresh air, you know what I mean? I just heard it somewhere a long time ago, and then I started recognizing myself do it. I need to put this on a coaster. I had this wicked nice heirloom of a desk here that will stay in my family. Scoop that up. But how many people got in there now? Got a few people.
You got 3. You got Janet, Daryl, and well, it says you have 8 people actually.
8 people.
Hi, Hearth and Home. Thank you for coming in. Ed's gonna do something. Oh, Natty said, "What's up?"
What up?
Hi, Natty.
Say, this is my favorite. This is what I like to snack on at night. This does me about maybe 4 sittings. Wait till I get my CBS points. I cash them in on this bad boy. I don't have no teeth, and I can eat them. But they're wicked addictive. Ridiculously addictive. If I don't have them, I can go like a day or 2. That's about it. So I don't know if anybody recognizes my shirt. Missy and I used to work there back in the day. I lived right in the same town I was at too. And they also had a drive-in there, 2 drive-in movies, Tri-Town Drive-In, Whalum Drive-In, and then they had Whalum Park, of course. And we worked there. Missy worked the concession stands, and I worked the rides. I remember getting my brother and his friend Danny on the Ferris wheel. I was running the Ferris wheel. It was at nighttime. I had it to where they were the only ones on it. I put them up to the top, right? And I stopped it. And I started jerking the handle, right? They were up there swinging, geez, swinging away, yelling at me, man, you better let us down. I'm like, yeah, you like it now. So I finally let him down. My boss come down from the office because he'd seen the Ferris wheel jerking back and forth. And I said, I don't know, the handle got stuck or something like that, So it was pretty funny. I loved that. It was Danny.
We were real young though. We were like 14, 15.
We're like 15 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I was 16, that's when I went to work with my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were probably 14, 15, probably 15 because we had work permits maybe.
I didn't have no work permit. I was 13.
Good times, man. We used to run. The favorite ride I got to run was the Turnpike, of course, with the go-karts. Man, after everybody would leave, we'd turn up those Revolution screws, man. Get those things screaming, and you can fit too wide around the biggest body of the track, but when you come into the end, it goes into like one car lane, one car wide. And me and my buddy were racing, we're neck and neck the whole thing, man, ripping through there. Got to the end, neither one of us wanted to let up. Boom! We jammed the cars in there so bad, like we couldn't even get them out. Man, our boss, we almost got caught. I think we ended up getting them out with a big board or something, something like that. But yeah, we almost got caught doing that.
Nicole came in. We said hello to her.
What's up, Nicole?
And Hearth and Home says, good way to get fired.
Yeah, we're kids, man. We loved it. I think I ended up ultimately running like the merry-go-round or something like that. Like, yeah, Ed, you go on the merry-go-round. The fun house, I used to run the fun house, wicked cool. And they had the big barrel in there. You'd have to stand. I remember it took me forever to get tall enough to where I could stand and go all the way around. I remember guys doing it when I was a little kid, but like I couldn't even reach, So ultimately I got big enough, I did it. Almost broke my neck, but I did it. But yeah, I remember the last thing I was on was like the merry-go-round. Just run that. It was pretty fun though. It was pretty cool. You hop on, hop off, whatever. But y'all noticed my shirt that I was wearing last week was where the wild things are. Story and pictures by Maurice Sendak. So this was my favorite book when I was a kid.
Up a little bit, probably. All your money.
The one who I can never hear. She's always mumbling, telling me to speak up. So I love her. So this book here is 1963. This book. So this is a hardcover. I'm not positive if it's first edition, but I was this guy right here. Obviously, I wasn't one of these guys. But I can't really read it backwards. I was going to read the book real quick. Show you the pages. You know how they do it like this? Teachers, they can read backwards. They can be like, "Oh yeah, children. In the beginning." No. But I could probably do it like this. I don't know if you can see it. I can probably look at it. It's like the night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one of a kind. So he got his little suit on, and it was on, man. And another. Seems like we're missing something right there, huh?
Probably skipped a couple pages.
Yeah, okay. No, the night
No?
Max put his thing on, and another night, maybe another night. I'll be easy with the pages to the classic here. His mother called him the wild thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. Hopefully, Kaylani gets to see this. So he's bumming. He's in trouble. Don't get to eat. That very night in Max's room, a forest grew. See all the trees and stuff? Wow. In the bedroom. That's cool. Bear with me because, oh, wow. And grew. I'm going to guess the next page says and grew even more. Yeah, this book is essentially brand new, so. And grew until the ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. See, it turned right into a jungle, man. So his bedroom's a jungle now. Whoa. It's crazy. I'm not left-handed either, so there we go. Okay. And the ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through the night and day. Little boat, it's got his little name on there.
Yeah, probably just have to push it a little bit closer to you when you show the picture.
Okay.
There you go. Okay.
Hold on, I'm just going to read it first. And in and out of weeks, and almost over a year to where the wild things are. Ooh. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. Urgh. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with a magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once, and they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all. Ooh. Looks like he might have became their leader almost, huh? Oh, it made him king of all the wild things. What a surprise. And now, cried Max, let the wild rumpus start. Oh, they're going to have a party. Partying. Let them. Oh, still partying. Big party. Try not to, I don't even want to put a little mark in the pages or nothing, so. Now stop, Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. So he was hungry. Wanted some of Mama's good cooking. But the wild things cried, oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so. And Max said, no. The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and shoved their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. Sayonara. Let's see if he makes it home. He sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day. And into the night of his very own room where he found his supper waiting for him. That's nice. And it was still hot. And that's it, folks.
End of the story.
End of the story. Big Ed's favorite book. And ouch.
Mariella came in.
Hi, Mariella. And I also have the movie. If you didn't know, they made a movie of this thing, which it's pretty cool. It's from Storybook Treasures, you know, DVD. Yeah, I thought that was going to take me a while. Hope you like that, Kaylani. Grampy read you a story.
And Janet said you would be great reading to the little kids.
I probably need to practice up a little bit. That was my first run ever. I'll read The Count of Monte Cristo, written by Alexander Dumas in like 1863. My favorite book of all time. Somebody asked me if I had some trains.
Oh, Alfonso A.S.
Got this little guy right here. This is like a tanker. Pen, salt. Nice condition. Who was it? Oki?
No, Alfonso.
Alfonso.
M.B.
Check this out, boys. Big boy. In the box. I'm going to open it, take it out, show you. So you can't really see it too good with the plastic on it. But this is the die cast steel. You feel it's wicked heavy, as we say up here. See that? It's got the paperwork with it. Got all the paperwork with it. Smells old. Woo-hoo. So this is the I'm not sure if it's a 2-truck, 3-truck, but yeah, it's the 3-truck. But yeah, it's brand new, never been touched. So anybody interested in this bad boy, look it up. Give me a call. Send me a message. You know how it works.
And Natty said Ed's treasure room. Natty, Ed has a treasure in every. Oh, excuse me. Ed has a treasure in every room in this house.
I got a big treasure chest thing over there, buried right now. That's where all my good stuff is.
Ed is not a hoarder. He's a collector.
Exactly. Collector, not a hoarder. But yeah, hopefully you can see this. There you go. It's the model and stuff like that. Take a look. It's in the box, original plastic, everything.
Natty said she loves treasures.
Well, speaking of treasures, we got some world coins here, foreign coins. I definitely need these for if I'm going to look at any dates.
And Natty said others' collections always interest her. Yeah, Ed doesn't have a particular niche in his collection. It's whatever catches his eye.
Oh, these are some big old pennies.
He does love pennies the best. That's
This one's
his favorite thing. But
1871. You can hardly even see anything on it, but you can read the date.
and Janine's not on right now, but we are going to look up her pennies this week. We just were busy
This
this
is
past week.
1 penny, 1939. These are I don't know if they're British or what. Let me see, something about I don't know. Somebody else might know. See that? There's another oldie right here. Well, this one's 1899. Kind of see the bust on there a little bit. We got some that I put in 2x2s. This is a tiny, tiny fraction of what I got for foreign coins.
Yeah, a tiny fraction.
I have a nice big case of them. Long ago, I asked my daughter, I said, I was like, yeah, but I said, Rhonda Lee gets my foreign coins. And she was just like, phew. One day she was over here and I started opening them and showing her. She's like, man, I didn't know you had that many coins down like that. Yeah, they're all yours, kid. So these are just francs.
Natty said Canadian coins? Question.
Man, Canadian coins are worth big bucks. I used to trade this guy down the variety store all the time. I would go down there. He would save his wheat pennies for me. I'd save my Canadian pennies for him, and I'd always swap them. Until one day I looked them up. Them Canadian pennies were some good money. So yes, I have some very nice Canadian coins as well. This here is 67 leaf toned. I believe this might be this is just a 1 cent. Hey, speaking of Canadian, this is a Canadian penny, a 1 cent, 1947 Canada. It's just got some really nice toning on it. You can see that. I don't know if you can see that.
It's hard to tell. I mean, I'd have to get closest.
Rainbow toning on there.
Yeah, you can tell a little bit like now, a little bit more.
As you can see, I had $10 marked on that bad boy. I'm sure I looked it up. It's a 1956. I don't know. Is that Canadian? No. This is a sixpence. Sixpence. I think these are silver.
Hi, Shatika. Thank you for coming in. And then Natty said, we mine the nickel here in our city for Canadian nickels.
Oh, yeah? That's interesting. That is interesting.
Ed likes nickels too. He likes stuff.
Oh, I got some nice nickels too. But these are just world coins. I said I got a whole bag of them. I'm just gonna say I start looking through them like
Yeah, so go down the rabbit hole.
This one here, 1792, George Washington. Too bad it's fake. Too bad it's fake. You know, it's got some cool coins in Mexico, man. Look at this Mexican coin. Tell me that's not a wicked cool design, right? Can you see that? There's the artwork on that thing is ridiculous.
Janet said her husband likes quarters. And then Natty said, my mom had some coins and the sleeves worth a lot, lots of rare coins. Then she got robbed. That was for us later in life. Oh, that's too bad. Sorry to hear that.
That sucks. This is another nice Canadian penny with King George. Anything with King George, save it. You know, it's got some nice toning on it. Yeah. Guy taught me that a long time ago. Anything with King George, save it.
Hi, Mimi. Thank you for coming in.
Let's see.
What year on the last one? The King George? Oh, any
Uh,
King George, right?
this is King George, just 1948 Canadian penny, 1 cent.
Hi, Okie. Thank you for coming in. And he said, penny for your thoughts.
Here's a nice one. United States of America, 1944, 1 centavo. So this is obviously one of the islands, but it's really nice. It's a nice toning on there. I really can't see what I'm showing you because I'm on the other side of the camera. Well, hopefully you guys can see that. Yeah, one day I'll dip into maybe my good stuff. I might show you a couple good coins with that.
And then
Probably not really though. I don't want to be showing my stuff like that.
Natty said, keep all your American pennies now.
Oh yeah, you know the last day they made it was on my birthday last year. They stopped making pennies. It was taught long ago. You watch your pennies, the dollars take care of themselves. But now I'm just I'm all about the pennies. I've been saving pennies quite a while. I don't know if I can get to that. Sure, right there. Look at this shit. Kidding me. Ow!
Yeah, we gotta reclean this room out again, reclean the extra bedroom out. We just store stuff in both the rooms and then it gets overwhelming.
I can't get that.
What's in there?
I got a giant bank bag full
Oh.
of pennies.
Next time.
That's my big world coin box. But yep.
And Mimi's Abundant Life said, whoa, I missed the pennies. What a stupid thing for them to want them to bring them back.
Yeah, and then like I won't mention no names, but Cumberland's. No, well, a lot of pennies. The guy's just lazy, man. There's billions of pennies still in circulation. And you guys just too lazy to call the bank. Get some. I can walk in the bank right now and buy pennies. Whole box of them. But nope. As soon as they stop making them, man, Cumberland's all done. And it's stupid because they're rounding up. So if it's $1.06, I give them $1.25. They give me 20 cents back, so they lost a penny. Think of that over the tens of thousands of people every day.
Natty, well, some do the opposite, but Natty was saying on her video in Canada they round it so that they're getting her penny. You know, they're getting her 2 or 3 cents every time or whatever.
So they round down. They round down up there.
And so you're paying 4 more
Yeah,
cents
over
every
here
time.
they round up. They ain't taking that from me, man. I put a fuss up in the store. They wanted to take my penny. I said, I'm not giving you my extra penny. Either you're gonna have to take the loss or no sale.
Mimi said, yep, they are lazy. And then Karen said, and I think she lives in Maryland. Karen said that my bank will not give out the 2025 penny rolls.
Really? Well, those, yeah, everybody's sitting on now. Probably the bank manager. You could probably order them from the mint. I bet you can order 2025 penny rolls, bank rolls from the mint. Just go on usmint.com. I would almost guarantee it. I would look it up on my phone real quick for you, but Missy's got my phone. So she can read. I'm not wicked prepared. There wasn't that many people in there, but I showed this painting earlier. This is a painting I did back in 1998 for Mama. It's a card I made for her. You know, like a Hallmark, but Edmark. You see it good right there?
Yeah, it's looking nice.
Yeah, I'm not main. It wasn't looking. We say looking at. I just wanted to say.
I guess what I said.
I mean, I have several coin books.
You showed me a ketchup bottle.
Didn't I show him my ketchup bottle?
Oh, you didn't show them over here.
I showed somebody my ketchup bottle.
You did lately, but it wasn't in here. It was outside the yard sale.
Okay. But back where we used to live in Winchendon.
And Opie and Mimi said, and Karen both said, and Natty, I said, wow, nice paper.
Whoa.
Basically, oh, don't fall.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, I was digging up in the yard. We always used to find all kinds of bottles back in our yard. Back in the day, that's what they do, bury the bottles. So one day I was out there digging, dug this bad boy up. Boom. Heinz ketchup. And you tell the labels were put on by hand because they're crooked. It's like a weird kind of top, probably had a cork. And it says course, I took my glasses off. I can't read nothing without these. Right here on this little label, it says this ketchup, bottled hot from the kettle, is made fresh from ripe tomatoes and pure spices. It is guaranteed to be pure, wholesome, and without preservatives or artificial coloring matter. Boy, times have changed. Said to preserve its natural flavor and prevent fermentation, it is necessary after the bottle has been opened to keep it in the ice box.
Which is the refrigerator.
Or another cool place, right? They just, what I was gonna say, they only have ice boxes. So yeah, up here. H.J. Heinz, Pittsburgh, USA. Pickling and preserving works. Something like that it says on there. And the date is 1869 on this bad boy.
Natty said, wow, old.
No, I'm sorry. The 1869 must be when that, oh, that's when Heinz was established in 1869. This bottle was made in 1890. So that's only 21 years old.
Not 21, 121.
No, 1890.
Yeah. And this is
1869. I'm talking about 21.
Difference. Oh, okay, okay. I thought you meant now. Like
Welcome to my world. I'm talking between 1869 when the company was established to 1890 was only 21 years. So this is a pretty early ketchup bottle. I was thinking about, and it's like all embossed and stuff. It's pretty cool. You could tell it was a mold. It wasn't, you know what I mean? Obviously could have been blown. Yeah, it was blown because there's no crease on the top. See, if the crease stops before the top, that means this was blown in a mold. Like the thing was in there and they blow air in it and then they take it off. If the line goes all the way up over the top of the glass, that means it was like injected into a complete mold. So this was blow molded. You can actually see air bubbles in the glass, which is a good sign. I've never cleaned it. I've never washed it. Like it came out of the ground, been sitting on my shelf forever. And not to say it's like worth money. It's just my favorite ketchup. So why not me have a bottle from 1890?
Janine came in.
Janine, what's up? Just showing up my 1890 Heinz ketchup bottle I dug up out of the yard.
Yeah, and she said, wow, that's old. Love it. Natty said, wow, old. Mariella said, you're a good painter. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. And Natty said, going back in great grandma era.
Yeah. Janine, you missed my, I read the book. I read Where the Wild Things Are.
That's old. So was the bottle.
But I'm just going to have a couple. Laid bad boys. When I buy the big bag.
Natty said, still, it's not made of glass now. And Janine said, she's old. She remembers the glass bottle.
Oh, yeah. With the big bag, you can take all the same color. You know what I mean?
And Natty said, can I have one? Pucker up.
They're delicious, man. You never ate that. But you know what I'll be doing afterwards? I'll be eating this. But yeah. I don't really got much more going on today.
Did have an old Coke bottle, but he did sell that.
No, Pepsi bottle.
Oh, Pepsi, sorry.
The glass Pepsi bottles with like the styrofoam stuff on there. You know, you should scratch it off and peel it. I sold a 2-liter bottle for like $25. I mean, it's worth like when I looked it up, it was valued at around $75.
What's that green thing right there?
What green thing? Oh, it's just a little ceramic thing.
Oh. Can you do your pickup sticks right there? All that stuff in the corner, all those old games. See right there, pickup sticks.
Yeah, I don't want to reach up there again.
Oh.
Till this ant over there.
He doesn't want to. He wasn't really prepared to come on today. Even though I told him to.
What I was just going to say is that my back was killing me. I've been in some rough shape since that snowstorm. Um,
But yeah, he has a little bit of everything.
I don't know what this is. Sounds like some homemade Chinese paper or something.
Oh, I want to find that one for Rhonda.
Gypsum or some shit. Anybody got any inclination of what this might be?
Definitely the partridge tree.
It's definitely like, you know, that handmade paper. I don't know if that's like a signature or something down there. I mean, somebody knows about that. Maybe it's a fine art piece or something.
Electric butterfly said, her name's Karen. My grandparents kept and saved everything. They kept old bottles and coffee cans.
Mm-hmm.
Natty said it's on my only eat one list now. And Janine said Pepsi was her fave before wine.
Got this other one too. I don't know, they look kind of a little bit Egyptianish, but this is on the homemade paper too. You see that?
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Natty said she has some old medicine bottles, glass ones from way back.
Oh yeah, I got a few of those.
Janine said the globe behind you looks familiar.
Yeah, didn't I think she has one, doesn't she?
I don't
Well,
know.
I seen one in one of your videos.
Oh. Do you have one, Janet? Janine. Ed said he thought he saw one in your videos. Yeah, we picked up that, I don't know, over 25 years ago now, I think.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Because it's got the real gold inlay in it, so that's why we got that one.
Yeah, it's all different like minerals. Different minerals make up the state, the countries and stuff.
And Natty says Asian some paper.
Well, I just messed that up. These are some.
Oh,
Look at that! Just broke both sides. That's gonna have to go in for restoration.
Yep.
Some glue. These ones here are like wood on the outside. So these are really, really old. Look at the decorations on the bottom. You know what I mean? You can see like the holes in the wood. Can you see that?
Very cool, said Karen.
Well, these came out of
very pretty.
These came out of a 100-year-old house that I did a clean out at. There's some damage on them, but
Natty says she has a lot of the green and blue bottles. We have a couple of the blue bottles. I don't think we have any green ones.
This one's nice. Look at this bad boy. Whew. Oh, that's a nice one right there.
And then that one's my favorite.
Yeah. For sale.
Oki said he remembers drinking Pepsi in the early 80s. Label said bottled in Plano, Texas. You still wonder where that was. 30 years later, we moved to McKinney, Texas, a few miles from Plano.
Does anybody remember when you used to have to collect it underneath the caps and spell the word Pepsi? And then you get like a free 16 ounce or whatever. Those were back when the bottles were glass. And it was a contest they had.
Janine says hers is cheap home goods, $7.99. Really, for the globe? We didn't pay that much for it because we get things at yard sales, but
For how much?
$7.99 at Home Goods.
$7
and 99 cents
for that?
For a replica of that. Show that one up close.
Yeah, that's not. I don't think that's a replica though.
No, ours is not. Definitely.
This is all real shit inside here.
Yeah. Can you lift it or no?
No.
No.
I need a screw in the bottom.
Yeah, it's all gold inlay.
Yeah, these are all like genuine.
It's all made of minerals.
Like that's turquoise, opal, all kinds of different shit in there. Yeah.
But we picked. Was it a yard sale? I can't remember. It's so long ago now. It's definitely over 20-something years.
I don't know where I got it. Oh, you know what? No, Patty has one. That's where he has one in his house. I'm like, oh, that'd be cool. I was thinking we could use them as a project. Like,
yeah.
I was gonna like cut a hole in the bar where this set flush, but this you could still like spin and look.
Oh, and give him ours.
No,
so we'd have matching one or no?
Well, you know me. Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
Addie said out of bamboo, nice. They look great framed 3D. Yeah, the one of them I didn't realize he had, the one with the peacocks on it. I think I'm gonna frame for my daughter.
That little black one. That's probably the best one in the whole book.
Oh well, no, I meant on the paper. The peacocks on the paper. Yeah.
This is nice. This is good quality shit. Right
here. Air and Dew said so posh. LOL.
You can tell this is some.
Yes.
This is a nice one, man.
Oh, Karen said she has her great grandmother's old fabric hand fan. That must be beautiful, Karen.
Nice.
Janine says no, mine is shit. Yours is money. I do gotta say, even though Ed likes to collect things, he has an eye for things. Maybe everything don't match, and we don't always have everything set up, but he picks up things that he knows are worth something. And we never really pay a lot of money for
Something
anything.
I got from my big brother.
I can't show that on my channel though. Remember we talked about nice.
It's just decorations.
Okay.
It's for decorations. It's not even sharp. So I guess I can't show that.
Natty said her mom used those fans often when she had hot flashes. LOL. I have not those ones, but when I went down to church in North Carolina, yes, I would buy the little $1, $2 ones and use them. I always had one in my Bible bag. And Karen said to Natty, I just stick my head in the freezer when I have them, even in the store.
How about how many of y'all got a Viewmaster kicking around? I got some Viewmaster slides. I got like an original, one of the old school ones in a box. It's in my room. I'll show it to you next time. Next time on Time with Big Ed.
Yeah.
Viewmaster special. You figure out a way to let you guys see them through the eyes, through the hole. I don't know if I can do that.
Do you want me to get your wine stopper?
No.
That's
I mean,
pretty
you
cool.
seem to really like that.
I do. I think it's pretty neat.
We'll show you this.
Karen said, oops. Uh-oh. I just shut it off. Okay, I got back. Karen said, I have a cool knife like that too. It looks like a dragon.
Yeah, this here is this is a shillelagh, probably from the late 1800s, from the black rose bush. Come over here from Ireland. I went and got some free stuff off Facebook, and it was funny because I got there and the lady, there was something. I offered her a couple bucks for it and she didn't want to take it or something like that. And then I seen this in the corner and I said, hey, what about that cane? She says, oh, you can have that. So I said, oh, great. Thank you. I collect canes. So I took this bad boy home. I looked it up and like this is here. She said, oh, my great, I don't know. She said her great grandfather. She said, oh, my grandfather came over from Ireland with that. So this is, I believe her. I mean, they had all kinds of Irish stuff all over the house. Like, I actually have a giant map of Ireland, books of Ireland that I got from her. So yeah, I have no doubt this is authentic, right from over yonder. But this is really nice. If you know anybody who'd like an authentic shillelagh, I'd probably let this go for $100. Yeah. But I thought that was pretty interesting to find that. So after I checked, it was worth a lot more than what I was willing to give her money for when she didn't want the money. But yeah, like I said, I wasn't wicked prepared for today, but
Here's this thing that we just got out there.
One of my Juice-O-Matics. Tell me that's not cool, right? Wicked cool. Put your orange in there, your lemon in there, whatever. I cleaned this one up nice because I was going to pinstripe it up. I was going to pinstripe something cool on there, you know what I mean? And then sell it or something. Or you probably keep it, whatever. I sell it, I don't care. Everything's for sale.
Janine says she likes wine stoppers, and then
Oh, here's one for you, Janine. I got one for you.
electric butterfly. I don't know what you showed, what was gone, but she said that's really cool.
Bang. Check
And
that
Natty
out.
said she would sport that cane any day. That's cool.
You see that?
So that wine stopper we were at a rummage sale, and it was a Jewish what's that called? The Jewish
I don't know.
anyways, we were
Just missing the O-rings that were on here were really rotted out, so I took them off. But it's got like green glass in
Yeah.
there. I don't know if you can see it.
Upmore, a Jewish synagogue.
Literally.
And I just it was only like a 50 cents or $1, but it was really cool looking, I thought.
Yeah, I had hopes that the green glass would glow, but it doesn't. But yeah.
Yeah. Janine said, wow. And Janine said that's a king stopper. Yeah. She said that's a king stopper.
A king stopper. Yeah.
And Karen said that's beautiful.
I just thought it
Janine,
was kind of
beautiful.
cool.
That's pretty.
That glass was actually put inside there and blown while it was still hot because you could see how it's like bubbled up in these little where that's out. I guarantee if this probably comes apart.
But it definitely caught our eye. Well, no one else was taking it.
I'm not gonna mess with it, I don't wanna break it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought it was kind of cool. For sale. Oh, this thing here, okay. Any we got any people out there that like stitch and stuff like that? So this here is like a it's a it's a serger. It's an old school serger. See that? How cool is that? I don't know if you probably do it this way. I mean, you had to do it by hand.
Daddy said, looks like a tattoo gun.
I know. I just thought it was wicked cool. I'm like, yeah, you gotta have that, right? Oh, look at there's the name of it, the jewel. Oh, maybe it's the jewel stuff to put like bedazzle stuff. Remember the bedazzler? That's kind of what the like a rhinestone setter. Yeah,
That looks kind of dangerous. I mean, they had that bedazzler for kids.
I just thought it was cool. Wicked fan. That's all hand painted. I guarantee you. All hand painted on there.
And Karen said she was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
About being a tattooer.
Yeah.
And Janine says she's a bedazzler.
Well, this is
and she never saw that. So
you can be the proud owner. This probably goes way back to like 50s or something.
And Nanny says, I think it's a tattoo gun.
No, it's I definitely looked it up. It's definitely like a rhinestone setter. It's exactly what it is. I looked it up.
Because Ed has done tattoos also.
I am a tattoo artist as well. So I've slung a little ink in my days. Did some nice work. Did a nice portrait of Dale Earnhardt, an in memory piece of Dale Earnhardt, man. Had his portrait on there. I think it was awesome. Did some nice tattoos. First two tattoos I did was on the inside of this guy's arm, like these rebel flags, all with bullet holes. And the other one had like Southern Comfort with 2 cross, and it was awesome. But then I remember when I put it on, like my pattern, it moved or something, so I had like double lines everywhere. Like I couldn't even tell which lines were the ones I wanted to do, right? And I was like, dude, I can't do this. I was like sweating bullets. He's like, man, I trust you, man. You got it, Big Ed. But anyways, I did them, finished them. They came out great, and that was it. And the rest was history.
Janine said, oh my God, Ed. And then Nanny says, do you still do tattoos?
I'd have to buy another setup.
You're a talented artist.
I got rid of all my stuff. I think I still have a homemade machine that I've made, put together one day just to show the boys. I actually had to break it out one night. My regular machine that I was using broke in the middle of me doing some tattoos on my nephews. So I broke out the one I had made with a razor motor and shit and battery, a little switch, and I finished it up. It was kind of high tech 'cause I had a little button on the barrel where the needle was. So I could just touch it, turn it on when I want to. It's nice. But yeah, I drew this tattoo. My arms were much bigger when I did it, but there's some subliminal messages in there, that I put in there. I drew it, put it in my locker, so to speak, looked at it every day for a whole month. I said, if I still love it just as much at the end of the 30 days, I'm going to get it as a tattoo. 'Cause I never wanted to get a tattoo. And then I always figured if I wanted to draw some art, I would just draw it, hang it on the wall, take it down when I'm done with it. But I did really like it. So I did get one on my leg, a nice blind eyeball. It's crazy. So yeah, the thing is, they're wicked addictive. Anybody who's got tattoos knows. It's like, oh, you got a funny story. So when I was a kid, I'm not sure how old I was. I was probably 14, maybe 14, 13, 14. And I was sitting in the bus stop down at the park in this little place. We lived in like a little small town, a bunch of French people back in the day. It was called Cleghorn. Cleghorn, but we call it Cleghorn, Cleghornites. That's us. So I'm sitting at the bus stop one day and I took stuff out of my brother's drawer because he would do the tattoos where you get the little needle and you put the little string around it and you got the bottle of Indian ink. I was just down there all by myself. first thing in the morning, nothing to do. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I set it all up. I dip it in the Indian ink bottle, put it down, I get my arm out there, and I start at it. I'm gonna put a cross on my arm, right? I'm poking, poking, poking. I'm like, you know what? Fuck dad, dad'll be pissed. So I don't know, can you see that little dot? Everybody? Can you see the dot, babe?
Oh, sorry. Might be answering questions.
My little dot?
Uh,
It's right here, man. Oh, it's right there.
okay, yeah. Now we can put your finger away from it. Yeah, that's his dot.
That's
Yep.
my dot. So I don't know if you don't know. I was a party animal back in the day. So one day, I'm not even gonna get into the whole story why, but I got arrested one night and I had been tossing a few back. And I remember getting down to the police station and them asking me, "Do you have any tattoos?" And I was like, "Yes." Got a tattoo right there. See it? That dot? And the guy's like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "I'm serious." I said, "What happens if you find a body, or just a bunch of pieces of body all over the highway, but you find one arm, the left arm, and you pick it up, and there's that dot? You know it's me." It's an identifying mark, and I was shit faced, and the cops were laughing. They're like, "All right, we'll write it down." All right, so it's documented.
Nanny
But
wants to know if the thing on your arm is a Ankh, Ankh.
yes, the thing in the middle.
And then she said Ankh is the only thing I would ever consider as a tattoo. I have I have virgin skin.
Yep, you probably got that nice skin.
Don't Janine says, don't mean to be sad, but what? Janine.
But what? What happened? I didn't really lose my arm or nothing.
No, she said, don't mean to be sad, but and then she just stopped writing. Oh, I hope nothing's wrong.
Janine, what happened, man? What's up?
You left us hanging. I actually have two tattoos
I
myself.
got a tattoo
I have one on my arm that you guys see all the time, and I have another one
right here.
that I don't show.
And it
Look.
says Ed.
Then she wrote, look.
My initials.
I had no
She did it.
idea in the tattoo.
What happened?
He had no ID in the tattoo ID'd him. Look up somebody. I wrote. Oh, look up. She wrote it.
Huh?
Uh,
Oh, why'd you look me up, Janine?
no, someone else.
You can check me out.
Yeah, it disappeared, Janine, but I'm so sorry. Uh,
Yeah, plus we got more snow today. The snow is just depressing. Really just sends you through for a loop, you know?
yeah, your comment disappeared. I'm so sorry though, what it was. Oh, was it your brother? I'm so sorry, Janine. Because I know she's mentioned that before.
So, hmm.
Yeah, it's addiction's hard. We have a lot of people in our family that have addiction problems, and
Terrible.
it's a terrible struggle. I think I shared with you guys before that Mike, my nephew Mike, you all know him. Most of you guys know him. My sister's gone now,
All
and
right.
she was
Right.
she ended up being an addict. She lived her whole life doing great, and then in her late 30s, because it doesn't even matter when anybody starts. But anyway, she ended up passing away.
Oh. Oh.
Um,
Oh, man, I get those sharp pains.
she may not have been in active addiction, but they were giving her enough pills from the doctor's office to still be an addict. And she's gone now.
One of my favorites. You know what that is? Who knows what it is? Anybody? Huh? One of my favorite cartoons, man. Who's gonna guess it first?
Good evening, Rachel.
Anybody? Any ideas? Anybody ideas where this car comes from?
Maddie says eye viper, one viper, eye viper.
Oh.
And Karen said speed racer.
Yeah, Speed Racer. Go Speed Racer. Go Speed Racer. Yep. It's my speed race car. Yeah. So
You only got 6 more minutes, Ed. Ed's
Oh,
only got
okay.
6 more minutes.
I'll share a little something with you. Just it's an acronym. Pretty sure that's what you call it. A little something in the industry that we go by. Anybody can tell me what it stands for? And I'm talking about the sign industry.
IOAFS.
IOAFS, buddy. I know if Daryl's watching, he knows. He's a sign guy. If you're a sign guy, you know what this means.
Chef Zed said, greetings, everyone. Thank you for coming in.
Any guesses before I tell you what it means?
Happy Sunday. Oh, no, she just said happy, she just said happy Sunday.
Okay. I'll give it away. So it stands for it's only a effing sign. And really not effing. You know what the word is. It is only a beep sign. So, and there's a bunch of signs and the letters. This is actually a decal
Natty said hello.
I made. If you peel it off, stick it. Trying to get me one of these machines so I can make me some good money.
They this morning I had done my breakfast. Ed had French toast, and I was just talking. And I was telling, excuse me, I was in my pajamas still, and then I said I was sharing how I'm not really a talker, and Janine said she woke up talking. And if you guys can guess, Ed wakes up. Ed wakes up wanting to talk. He's a talker too.
Yeah, we're not allowed near each other in the morning.
Nope. He stays in that room. I come out here, and it's just it is what it is.
It's where I do my best thinking, man, in the morning.
But I do not like to chit chat.
Get that nice camera. I'll show that next time. Kodak Land camera. Wicked nice. Mint condition.
And Natty said she's a talker too, and Jay's not. I think that's why my kids get so excited that I started a YouTube channel, because I really am not. I don't talk a lot.
I was super surprised. I filmed her very first YouTube, and I was surprised how well she did. Like she don't even act like that around the house.
And
She's
I
like,
just
well, hey, good morning, everybody. Like, try that around here, like morning. Let's woke up. I have my coffee.
I need about 2 or 3 cups of coffee before I can
about
talk.
3 hours. About 3 hours, and then I gotta make my video. Get out of here!
No, sir.
Don't come in the house. I'm filming. I'm just kidding. She don't say. I like coming in the house.
And Karen said the same thing. Natty said she's a talker. Jay's not. Karen said she's a shy person, and her husband was a talker.
They used to say I had to get
Yeah.
gab, but
Ed
I
has,
learned as I get older, it's just easier to be quiet. It really is.
no, he still has a gift of gab. He can go in any single store and he's going to talk to somebody. Somebody's going to talk to him.
Well, I figure the world's full of a massive amount of people, man. Why not just say hello? You know what I mean? Like,
He doesn't just say hello. He has a full-blown
oh
conversation.
my God. Last time she's going to provide speaking with lives.
If his son was on here and not just muting us, he would say the same.
Yeah.
But he says, Karen, you are not shy. You're a commenter. Now he said, in person, I watch and I learn. Talk if I vibe with people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, Karen said, yep, my husband used to talk with everyone. And
I talk with everyone.
Janine says, YouTube talker written.
YouTube talk written.
You know, she likes to write and every other stuff and talks.
Oh yeah,
She likes
yeah.
to, you know.
But it's some old books, stuff like that. What I do next time. Like I'm gonna probably try to pull some panels out of my shed if I can get to it for next time.
Janine says she talks to strangers too much.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
I don't do it to a point where it's creepy, man. I'm just like, good morning, or somebody looks nice. I'm like, hey, nice dress. Just put a smile on somebody's face. Some stranger, like whatever. It's just you don't know what they're going through.
no, but any place that we ever go, like people like can meet him one time and they remember him. They remember his name. They're like,
Except for one person, and that would be Chrissy. She got us in her phone as Ed and Babe. She came down. She's like, "Wait, where's your? Oh, I forgot your husband's name." Like, what? Nobody forgets my husband's name. Well, it's coming from her, obviously. I don't have a husband.
But
Yeah, I'm kind of memorable person,
but yeah, people will just automatically
and it can be
remember the
just my
voice.
voice. Like I spoke to people on the phone for years. They just and they'll see me. They're like, "Hey, you're that guy." Yes, I am. One lady looked at me one day. I was standing at a counter and I was putting some signs up in this like medical store where all the people, nurses go buy their suits and all that stuff. And this lady says, she said, "Do you have something wrong with your lyrics?" I'm like, "What do you mean? My larynx or something?" I don't know what that word was. I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Well, your voice, is that your natural voice?" I'm like, "That's my voice." She's like, It just kind of left me wondering, like, what do you mean? You know, because I do know that some people, they say they can't hear me. When I'm speaking low, it's loud in my head. I don't know if it's plates or what. But then, so I'll speak up. And then they're like, "Oh, you don't have to yell at me." Okay. You get one or the other, man. You get me speaking up, then you think I'm yelling, or I can just speak to you.
Janine said she would know your voice blindfolded. It's very
Right.
distinct. Like
Exactly.
movie actors.
Oh, what was
Stand
the
way
name of-
out
So,
in a good way.
what was the name of the pizza place that's down that way? There's two of them.
Down where?
The pizza place we looked up and everything.
Oh shoot, we looked. I don't remember the name of it, but there's one's in the Bronx, and one's in New Jersey.
Yeah, one's in New Jersey, one's in the Bronx. Isn't it like Tasty Pizza or something?
Oh, Crispy, with a K.
Crispy with a K, I guess, is the
Crispy
pizza
Pizza.
place. I've been seeing them on TikTok, man. Unbelievable. Their pizza looks so delicious, and they call them pies. I thought that was funny.
But everything's homemade. They make their own mozzarella
yeah, they
right in the
make-
back. Everything.
Make everything homemade, man.
So we figure the next time we travel, we're gonna try to stop at either the Bronx or the one in New Jersey. It all depends on how far out off the highways
Probably
they
New
are.
Jersey, not going to the Bronx.
Well, the Bronx Zoo's there, so it's safe.
Still not going to the Bronx.
I agree with them because last time we messed up,
Yeah,
we were in the Bronx.
Yeah, I missed my turn. I ended up in the Queens. I ended up in Queens, New York. She's like, "This is the Queens," like freaking out, like you have to get us out of here. I'm like,
It wasn't Queens.
It was the Queens.
It was the
It
that
wasn't the
area.
Bronx. It was Queens. I remember Queens, New York, where Doug and Carrie live. Doug drives the big brown truck.
Janine says
King of Queens. King of Queens.
Natty says she likes your voice and Arthur Ave.
Thank you very much.
Please, you got to see it's famous.
What, the pizza place?
Well, she just said Arthur Ave. I don't know if is it the same place we're talking about, Crispy Pizza? And Janine says yes, it's hard to drive if you don't know it well. Maybe it is.
Well, we come down that way, Janine. We're bringing our PJs. Yeah, we'll be having a sleepover and eat pizza. It's your place.
Karen says Brooklyn used to be bad back when I was growing up. Yeah, that they went and remodeled everything now. All upper class people living there.
My back's starting to seize up pretty bad. I'm gonna have to check out.
Yeah, Janine says these are famous stores. Yep, you're good. We can say, what do we say?
We love you. Jesus loves you more.
Thank you guys for all coming in. I appreciate every single one of you spending time with Big Ed.
Yeah, it'll get Big Ed and Missy. It's all right, man. I love it. It keeps me alive. But yeah, my back's just killing me. So I'm gonna check out, and hopefully next week I'll have some little time to think of what I can do.
She's in Long Island.
Long Island. Hey, the guy that taught me how to pinstripe is from Long Island. His real name was Dave LaCisa, and he used to go by Dave Starr. And he had created back in the day. It was a 8-cylinder powered unicycle, and it had like a crazy banana seat on it, these big old ape hangers on this big one fat tire, and it's a big V8 engine. Of course, it wasn't drivable. He would just bring it to shows, like car shows, and that was his business card. Was a picture of that Buick powered unicycle. And he showed me one day on the desk, and he did a pinstripe design on a panel, and gave me a brush. I went out back. I hit a couple lockers, man, put some designs on, went and got him, brought him back, showed him. And he just stepped back and he said, man, he said, I've been doing this over 25 years. He said, I've never, ever seen anybody pick up that brush. Just watch me one time and do something like that I did. So, I mean, I was pretty impressed with that compliment. He just said, practice, practice, practice. I never practice. I practice, I'm painting something. I'm getting paid. You know, it's not something but I want to start doing it more now that I got plenty of time on my hands. Which I'll start doing some more. Maybe break out the pinstriping brushes next week. Do a little something. Kind of like riding a bike, man. Once you know how to do it, you never forget. A lot of people that's never tried it would never know they could pinstripe until they try it. I knew a guy out of I want to say he was from down south. They called him Shaky. And his hands are like this, shake like this. But as soon as that brush hits that thing, like a laser pulled that thing, man. Right. And then when he comes off the car, his hand like this. You would not believe it unless you've seen it.
Natty sent big hugs to us both. Janine sent hearts. And we thank you all.
Awesome.
We love
Appreciate you guys.
so much.
See you next week, man.
You guys all have a good evening.
Be good.
We appreciate you all. Thank you.
I'm gonna try to get up just get that fall.